Next time you go to a social event, whether it's bride with friends or a family gathering, I want you to pay attention to how often stories are shared. For example, hey, did you hear what happened to so-and-so? Or you won't believe who I ran into at the school. Or, we just had a new colleague join us and you cannot believe what he did. And so it goes. Now, as human beings, we are natural storytellers. It is how we share, how we build relationships, how we communicate with friends and family. Now, when we want to know somebody or want somebody to know us, we share stories of our childhoods, our families, our school years, our first job, or the development of our careers. The irony is, though, that for some reason we lose the storytelling ability when we step into a business environment. We all of a sudden become fact tellers instead of storytellers. When we step into a business setting, stories get replaced by another type of language, one that is abstract and confusing from time to time. For example, I received a LinkedIn message from one of the business owners from a very, very well-known brand in South Africa. Here's the message, and I would like you to guess what this company is trying to communicate. Hi Charles, I've noticed that you're interested in business, and I was wondering if you would like to join a new project. We support entrepreneurs and make sure they enjoy a 99% retention rate to the brand. Would you be interested in having a discussion about this topic? Okay, so what do you think they were trying to achieve? I'll give you a moment to think. Now, while I finally managed to read between the lines and confirm that this company was trying to sell me a franchise. If you found that confusing, don't worry, so was I. Now, if you received any confusing or vague marketing message this week, please drop me a line in the comment sections below. I'd love to hear from you. So from time to time, people ask me this question. So Charles, how do I create interesting and relevant content for my business? I'm not a writer, I'm not creative, I don't have a marketing background. So what do? How is it possible that I'm able to promote storytelling for my business purposes? Well, here's a simple framework that I use. Your story idea equals focus plus content format. Every story of any content you've ever read, listened, or watched is made up of two things. First, it has a focus, a central point about something. That point could be about a location, a person, historical event, even research data. Number two, it has a content format. That is, the story springs to light in some way. It could be in written words like a blog post on social media, or a book, or in purely audio like radio or podcast, or in visual like Instagram. Or it could be a combination of both, audio and video and visual, basically like what I'm doing now. Whatever the format is, when it comes to content focus, one of the most valuable things that you can do as a business is to teach the audience something they might not know. As an example, doing my podcast interview with Warrick Kernes, the founder of Insaka eCommerce Academy, Warrick shared some of the common myths about e-commerce, one of which was that people think that e-commerce is complicated. But Warrick told me that the age of his clients range from anything from 14-year-old school kids to 75-year-old grandparents. Well, there's a myth buster right there. If you want to hear the rest of the podcast, it will be in the show notes below. So based on the framework I just presented, your mission for the next week, if you choose to accept, we will be looking at the following. What is the topic for your story idea? What is the focal point of your story? And in what content format would you like it to be delivered in? Hi, thanks for watching. Before you go, it would really help if you subscribe to my channel so I can keep you updated with weekly practice sales tips and stories. Let me help you win more sales.